man får vara här. Jag är inte så säker faktiskt. Men väldigt pampigt i övrigt. Vi misstänker. Sorry. We're suspecting we're not allowed to be here. Might leave. We are in a place called Lugo on one of the big squares here, just next to the cathedral. I will tell you exactly how we ended up in Lugo, of all places, and how it is that we actually managed to get from the middle of Spain to now the edge of Spain very quickly. I just wanted to show you the cathedral square because it's quite pretty. So this is apparently Plaza Santa Maria. This is probably church houses because the cathedral is coming right here from left. It's amazing how they can have all of these huge cathedrals in these tiny places. We're in a place called Lugo. It's about 100,000 inhabitants a few years ago. And yeah, still they have these monstrous, or monstrously large cathedral. We're gonna go in and have a look as well. Alright, so let's explain why we happen to have end up in Lugo and not on the classic Camino. So this is actually the Camino Primitivo. So this was the original one. Naturally this is not why we're here because we didn't walk here. So 2 days ago we decided that we did not make the progress that we needed to do. We were walking too slow, the weather was too hot, there was no shadows or anything like this. We needed to somehow speed up our progress. So we decided that we go to the next biggish city and take a bus to the next big town. So that was Lyon. So when we arrive in Castro Regis, we started asking them, you know, the guy at the bar, some random guy on the streets, and so on, to just see, okay, well, how do we get to Lyon? We figured this should not be so complicated. Turns out it's muy complicado. Muy complicado. Alright, so everybody instead told us that the way to get to Lyon is to take the bus back to Burgos, and then from Burgos jump on a big bus to Lyon. So we thought, okay, fine, let's do it. So when's the next bus to Burgos? Well, it's 8 o'clock the next day.
Lovely sleep tonight.
So we take the bus back to Burgos. The next day we wait at the bus stop at 8 o'clock in the morning, where everybody's just passing us by.
Lovely sleep last night.
So let me get back to what she said, because this is just not relevant at the moment. So back to our business on the bus. So we're trying to get to the Burgos bus. We get there, everybody's passing us. It's kind of humiliating, but in a good way, maybe. And we get on the bus, it drives around to all of these places that we just visited, and eventually take us back to Burgos. So when we're back there, we said, okay, let's go to Lyon. So we go up to the counter, and he says, no, completo. So there's basically no seats available to go to Lyon. We're like, okay, what do we do now? So we wandered into town, considered to stay there for another night, and then try the next day. See how we can deal with this. But decide against this because we don't really want to be in Burgos, because we've already sort of been there, done that kind of feel. So instead we go back to the So we go back to the train station, or the bus station actually, because the train station is located somewhere outside of the city, so we can't even get to the stupid trains. So we go back to the bus station. Says, okay, where can we go? Kind of close-ish to the Camino. And he says, Lugos. So we are now at Lugos since yesterday, very, very, very late, because we had to take one of these, 5 hours buses from Burgos to Lugo yesterday.
6 hours.
6 hours maybe. It took like forever. Uh, and we arrived in the middle of the night, had booked a sort of, it's not an albergue. We actually booked a proper hotel, one of these really cheap ones, which was lovely, which is what my mother said was really nice tonight. It was actually really, really nice. And now we're back at the bus station to hopefully get back to the Camino, the original Camino that we wanted to continue on, with a I'm assuming it's going to be one of these small countryside buses, but we're not really sure actually. It might be bigger, but hopefully tonight we'll stay there, and then tomorrow morning once again we start with the Camino, because this whole busing thing is really not fun, and hopefully now we will end up in a place where we can walk the entire Camino and end up in Santiago before our flight leaves, because this is the crucial reason for us taking the bus. It's not just because it's hot, it's because time is running out and we really need to get to our flight.